Hey Rachel.
Hi, Leora. Lovely
Hi,
to be with
it's
you
good
today.
to see you today.
Yeah,
Surrounded by, I think we're both surrounded by goddesses at the
goddesses.
moment, aren't we? We're under the gaze of the goddess.
As always.
That's the word. Oh, and it's good to see you again. And yeah, it's welcome back to Womankind because you've shared your business wisdom previously with us,
Yeah.
um, which was womb led.
Yeah, it was all kind of cycle stuff, wasn't it?
It was all cycle stuff,
Yeah.
but you've been called recently to come into conversation with your cervix.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, it's been really interesting. It's like, the universe goes, you think you're doing womb wisdom? You've forgotten. You've forgotten a big part of your womb. It's like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, my cervix. Just kind of, she's been quite ignored. And that's been a big kind of like, shit. Sorry, I'm really sorry. But she's really shouted at me to go deeper. So,
yeah,
yeah, it's lovely to be here today and be able to share some of that with you.
yeah. So it was really cool to talk to you about this because it's come at a time in your life when you are in perimenopause, and it sounds as though from exchanges that we're in quite a similar place. So,
Yeah,
really feeling into
the thick
where
of
you
it.
are,
We're in
thick
the
of it,
thick of it
basically
all.
deep in it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah,
um, and a massive part of perimenopause care is self care,
yeah,
and we often hear the term radical self care thrown around and used, and always used to with the greatest of good nature. But you have been called to out radical self care.
yeah. So, what is radical self care?
Is
Yeah,
radical self.
what is it? Flipping heck. Well, I suppose the journey I feel like I'm on, I've been really guided. So I'll just put it out there. I've got cervical cancer. So, fucking big call. Sorry. Two.
Bring it on.
My perimenopausal woman wants to swear a lot. So, um, yeah, it's like it's a call to wake up. Really is. If nothing else is going to wake you up, cancer will. So the journey of
Yeah,
perimenopause was really nagging me to wake up and slow down and look after myself. And I was doing it. I look back now half-heartedly. I've really been caught. I mean, obviously, cancer. It's like you're messing with death here. I mean, I don't feel like I am, but that's what it's like. If I don't do this, that's the end of the line. It's the end of the line for all of us. But this is life and death. I've got to sort this out. Shit. So I don't have any fear of death, and I don't know whether that's because I face it every month in my death of my ego and all of that. I don't know. I don't have any fear. So the first book that was given to me on the day I got my diagnosis was called Radical Remission. And
okay.
she has these 9 factors, which, you can apply it to anything. So I'm going to tell you what the 9 factors are, and they're not in any order. So the first one is change your diet. So we know
Yeah.
that with perimenopause, it's like,
Yep.
suddenly spicy food starts giving us hot flushes or sugar or wine or whatever it is. It's like, oh, I've got to change my diet. Oh,
Damn it. Yep.
really? I've got to give up chocolate, really? We have to take control of our health because the doctors just want to give us HRT. So what else is there? We have to do the research ourselves, and we have to find what works for us because we all have a completely different body to someone else. So the next one that I love is following your intuition.
Yes.
The big one. Listen to your body. Your body has its wisdom, and it knows what and it knows what you have to get rid of as well. I mean, that's been a big thing for me. Is
Yeah.
actually, do you know what? My cervix has started burning when there's something I need to get. It's like really like,
Oh, she is talking.
oh yeah, get rid of that.
She really is talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herbs and supplements. Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of lovely herbs and supplements, and I would add in aromatherapy and things like that, lovely oils. Releasing suppressed emotions.
Oh,
Yes, that comes up every month.
yeah.
Just before. Rah. Yep. Deepening
But
your...
you don't hold back.
I know, not anymore. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know whether that's... You see, I'm getting like, is it because of the cancer or is it the perimenopause? It doesn't really matter anymore. It's just like, I've got to get it out.
As long as it's released.
Yeah, get it right, get it out in the healthiest way possible. Deepening your spiritual connection, which, you know, that's the big call of perimenopause, I think, is kind of, yeah, deepening into yourself. And for me, it has been a real kind of release into spirit. And I can't read the last one. Oh, have a strong reason for living.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What's your strong reason for living? You know, and life is amazing. You know, that's what my strong reason for living is, you know, my passion, and also that actually life is beautiful and it's amazing. Even when it throws shit at me, I'm just like, bring it on.
Life is amazing. Oh, your reason for living. It's so simple.
It is really, isn't it? But hard.
But, and also never put out there.
Yeah.
You know, we have our reasons for our whys for our work and our whys for this and that, but our why for living.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Because again, that's the menopause call, isn't it? It's kind of like stepping into our truth and our, you know, whatever our passion is. You know, I think we're really lucky to be doing this in this time, because we're seeing amazing women out there in the media stepping up and, you know, doing their thing for the trees or the planet or the orangutans or whatever it is. It's like, find your call and go for it. Yeah.
And cancer's calling.
Cancer's calling. Yeah,
Cancer is calling with the call.
Yeah. She's really making me step up. She's really putting me into uncomfortable places. But
which is parallel with perimenopause, though, isn't it? So I mean, it's interesting to hear that you say that you do have no fear of cancer, and I love that link. Is that maybe it is the practice? Maybe it is that practice that every cycle we allow ourselves, our ego, we allow our all to die with our bleed.
Yeah.
And you have been
it's that surrender.
A firm follower and an advocate.
Yeah.
So that's a lesson in itself, isn't it?
Yeah. But also, I think, you know, the opposite of fear is trust. And I have complete trust. You know, I've been a healer my whole life. I've done, you know, ate well, all, you know, done the supplements, all that kind of thing. This is why people go, why have you got cancer? And it's not about my body. It's not about the food. Actually, for me, this is the call to my next part of my journey. But also, for me, it's stress and emotions. That's the big thing, I believe, has been the hardest bit of my last 5 years. You know, stress and emotions. And what was really interesting over the summer, after I got my diagnosis, I gave up work. I chilled out all summer. And of course, we had this beautiful summer, didn't we, with all this gorgeous weather. And I was just lying in the garden. I was doing yoga outside. Perimenopause symptoms disappeared. I even had that. Maybe I'm not even in perimenopause. You know? And my cycle was still erratic, but no hot flushes, sleeping like a baby, you know, all that anxiety, everything went away. And then the kids went back to school and I started having to get up early again, and work's kind of come back in, because I love my work and I don't want to completely give up work. But that slowly, the symptoms are coming back again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's no coincidence. It's no coincidence that the two are happening at the same time, that you're being asked to move through both these journeys at the same time. And
it's, you know, I've kind of blogged a little bit about it, and I can kind of go, perimenopause, cancer, same. You know, for me, it's calling me to do the same actions, But I know that women out there don't want to hear
Yeah.
that. They want to go, God, you know, don't compare those two. But actually, if you don't make the changes,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, what I see is women medicating themselves through menopause, you know, numbing out, not making the changes and suffering. And it's like, we
Yeah.
don't have to suffer.
We don't have to suffer. It's the listening, and that's not to say that women who are really, really struggling, that it's. I mean, I can't imagine having a 9 to 5 job.
No,
with
that's
whatever perimenopause is
no,
is throwing my way. So
no. Well, that's
yeah.
it.
I mean, it's.
I couldn't do it.
If we all had the space, to look into the mirror and look into what we need, each and every symptom manifestation that comes along with perimenopause. So yeah, and similar with what you're looking at with your cervix.
Yeah.
So you've described it's like the call of perimenopause and the call of your cervix are speaking the same language.
Yeah.
Tell me about the language.
Well, I guess like when I was stressed and in the thick of my perimenopause, an old elder woman said to me, "This is your initiation to elderhood." And that language, that kind of changing that, I went, I can do this. It's just an initiation. It was like, of course. So yeah, changing that language. So changing the kind of the fear of cancer to the trust of the universe, the trust of my body's ability to heal, and that it's just a journey of awakening. Actually,
journey of awakening. Yes.
Yeah. It's like, you know, if you can't see cancer as a call to wake up to something, God, so what is it? I don't see it as an illness that's going to kill me. I see it as something that's waking me up. And actually, if I wake up, I'll heal.
So share. I'd love you to share where you are with the cancer.
So the radical self-care that I'm doing, which is a lot. I mean, I haven't completely given my life over to self-care, which it may look like it. And I know some people who literally have given up work and they're just focusing on, you know, their healing journey. It's, you know, deep prayer and meditation. I've never prayed like I'm praying now, you know, but I know that I'm in the arms of the mother and I'm completely held. I'm going to actually write up some of my prayers because I kind of feel like they need to go on my blog because they're just surrender. It's just surrendering, you know, but I'm also doing the physical things because I believe whilst I have the faith that my body can heal, I have to support my body to heal. So it's not going to heal if I'm still putting crap in it. So, you know, I'm eating good food, completely clean diet. You know, I'm doing daily enemas, daily liver and womb packs. You know, that's a really sexy look. Going to bed wrapped in my liver pack and my womb pack every night.
Really relaxing though. Don't knock the packs. They're massively relaxing.
Of course, you know. I mean, they're all beautiful practices, and you know, I used to do them maybe once or twice a month. You know, but you know, this has become my daily routine. Journaling, you know, I have to get it all out. I have to find a way of, you know, get it, all the feelings, all the emotions out. You know, I'm having weekly counselling. I'm really lucky that I've got a lot of friends that are healers and therapists, so I'm just calling all of that in. But there's also
asking for help.
That's
huge.
It is massive for someone who's a healer and helps everyone else. Actually, that I think was my biggest stumbling block. Because even last year I broke my wrist and I couldn't ask for help. I'm a strong woman, I can still do everything. And it's kind of like, you know, Rachel, you need to let the love in. People want to love you and help you. It's that kind of de-armoring. Open up, let people help you. But it's got to be in balance, because I could spend every day driving all over flipping Wales getting treatments, but actually kind of defeats the object. I need to have rest as well. really important to bring in the rest and the relaxation time. So doing yoga, meditation, or just lying down, giving my womb some moxa, just hands on my womb. Keep it simple sometimes, But then some days I'm doing 3 hours of juicing. I'm doing all my juice for the next 3 days. So,
which which is the work, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is, absolutely. So, that's the radical self-care of like, if you want to heal.
And sharing your journey.
Yeah. Yeah, because what's the point of doing it if you can't tell other people how to do it?
or how it's working as well. I mean, what?
Yeah. So where I'm at, my diagnosis was in June. What they wanted to do was full hysterectomy and remove my lymph nodes.
Yeah.
Which I'm quite attached to my womb and my lymph nodes, actually. And I went back, I kind of cut off the NHS and was just like, F you, I'm doing my own thing. And then I realised that actually if I want to be monitored, I need to go back. So I went back cap in hand, a bit more humble, a bit more kind of, how can you help me? And the consultant was really lovely, actually. And he said to me, how do you know that you can heal this? It's like, because I know I'm a healer. And I've seen other people heal themselves of cancer as well. And they did me a check and they said, I'm 50% cancer of the cancer is in remission or gone or whatever the term is. And I'm seeing that.
Look at that.
I'm seeing this as like climbing a mountain. I'm halfway up. I've still got the steep bit to go. And that's the bit where I think a lot of people who have cancer or any kind of illness, things get better and then they go, oh, it's okay now. And they go back to eating the chocolate or drinking the wine or, forgetting to do the meditation. And I've got to be vigilant. I've got to go, okay, I'm halfway there, but the next bit could be a steep uphill. So I've really got to stay on it. And I had a lapse last week where I did too much and I, paid for it with my night sweats and my insomnia and that's
so the two absolutely incongruents there, aren't they?
Yeah,
just
completely.
One speaking with the other.
Yeah. And my cervix burning, going, you need some rest, Rachel.
That is quite stunning to hear, isn't it?
I couldn't feel my cervix before. I absolutely couldn't. She was totally numb. I mean, they gave me a biopsy and I don't think they anaesthetised me and I didn't feel anything, And actually what I've done every day I used to check in with my womb. Now every day I check in with my womb and my cervix. And actually the rest of my body. I'm kind of like, hello, anyone else need to tell me anything? What's going on? Sometimes my ovaries have something to say. Sometimes my shoulder does on my neck. As you're a massage therapist and kind of womb therapist. It's like it's not just this bit.
No.
There's, we have to remember, and it's a bit like when I started doing womb work, it was all about the blood and resting when we're bleeding, and then it became all about it's the whole cycle. And then it's kind of like, and now it's the whole of my pelvic bowl. Now it's the whole of my body. Just keep moving.
Beyond.
Exactly. Yeah, it's connected with spirit. It's it's all of it. Yeah.
So, I mean, you have created a website.
Yeah.
Called Hello Cancer, which I think there should be a massive amount of gratitude to you for that.
Yeah.
Just to be able to read your journey and to be able to read the tough parts and to be able to, I read it and I hear an absolute freeing.
Yeah, that's it. It does feel freeing, and that it's an interesting word, isn't it? The freedom that I feel because I've let go of everything. I mean, I've surrendered. So that you said to me, what's the most valuable teaching? And I would say it's the surrender, which we learn to do with our bleeding practice. We surrender to our bleeding time, but actually it's the surrender to the journey of menopause, the surrender to because our body's going to do this. We can't control it. I've had to surrender to cancer. Absolutely. She's kind of brought me to my knees. but in a prayerful way. Yeah.
And Skype gave us a glitch at that point as well, just
to kind of make
just to
a stop
underline,
on that.
bring you to your knee.
Yeah.
Oh, so this feels like a really lovely time because you've offered to treat us to a womb cervix connection meditation.
Yeah. And I'm just going to see what comes. Got my drum. I'm just going to invite you.
Yeah. Over to you, Rachel.
Yeah. Just close your eyes and just listen to the heartbeat of the drum and drop into your pelvic bowl. So I want all of you listening, whether you have a womb or not, whether you have a cervix or not, to just drop down into that space of your pelvis. I feel my pelvic bowl like the cradle of the earth, or the cradle of the mother, her arms cradling. And just take a deep breath and just let go. And we're going to breathe, and as we breathe, just picture the cervix. And if you don't have a cervix, I just want you to imagine that energetic. I see her like a little face, and she's got a mouth. And just feel her mouth. She's smiling as you connect with her. She's saying hello. And maybe take a breath through your cervix, through the mouth of your cervix, bringing that breath up into your womb. And just smiling into your womb space. As you breathe and just relaxing into your womb. And we're just saying hello. Maybe you're used to connecting to your womb and your cervix, maybe not. It's just about saying hello. And maybe just ask her, is there anything she needs to tell you? My cervix is always just so happy to have me say hello and ask her how she is. And sometimes that's it. Sometimes that's all that's needed. We could do a little check-in of just, how's your womb doing today? How's the whole of your pelvic bowl feeling as you breathe into your womb, your ovaries, your pelvis, your cervix, just allowing them to relax. And speak to you in whatever way they speak to you. And maybe just giving thanks to the wisdom of your womb, the wisdom of your cervix, or that energetic space that just sits in your beautiful pelvic bowl. Held by the arms of the Great Mother. And today I just give thanks for this space, this moment to drop in and surrender into my womb space today. And then we're just going to gently come up to the heart and maybe just take a few breaths up in your heart, bringing a smile into your heart and into your chest. And I'm just going to finish with a ma. I like to finish with a ma, connecting our heart and our wombs with a bit of sound. Because my cervix likes to sing. So just gently bringing yourself back and opening your eyes when you're ready.
Oh.
Yeah, I really like, my cervix has really taught me that connection with our mouth and our jaw, and we kind of learn that a lot with the pelvis, in birth and opening up, and actually that's the cervix too, and my cervix really wants to sing. And she wants me to speak out loud and speak my truth. Yeah.
So you gather women a lot, don't you? So women and girls.
Yeah.
So just thinking about that, the power of the voice.
Yeah.
Of how, again, back to freeing, how freeing that can be for teaching mums, teaching the girls. Oh, for the next generation.
Yeah. I know. I've got a day tomorrow. I'm so excited. I'm going to be sitting with some mums and girls doing some cycle awareness. And
Singing?
I always bring in singing. I was just going to say, I always bring in drumming and singing. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Rachel, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been lovely.
Keep sharing your wisdom, keep sharing your love, and all my love to you, your heart, your womb, and your cervix.
Thank you. And to yours.
Thank you.